Okay, last question. 3 minutes apiece. We're way over time. I've got another meeting I got to go to. Nels, tell us about your interaction and connection between the community and the college, and how did the community help you be successful? That's to you.
Okay. Well, any institution like a college or a public school, either one, is very dependent upon support from the community. And the reputation of the institution in the minds of parents, school counselors, school teachers from which the students graduate. So the college is being evaluated all the time by the community and the educational system in the community, in your district. Our district, Centralia, runs all the way down to all of Lewis County, Thurston County. Initially, then OBTI became part of the district, so in combination the two had still the same responsibility. And much of Mason County. In fact, we had a third campus over inside the prison in Mason. So the college and how its students are performing and how they're achieving and how they get jobs when they graduate, or how successful are they when they transfer, is put under evaluation continuously. Very subtle, but it's there, and we hear about it first of all if it isn't doing its job from people who transfer, example, and they're not prepared for junior level at the four-year school. They're supposed to train for vocation, and they go out on the welding job or the diesel mechanic job or whatever the vocational skill is, and they're not up to speed on all the things that they should know. Our programs are being evaluated at the next year by all of our graduates and how they perform in their next level that they came here to prepare for. So we're always being evaluated. Never we give it a second thought. We just look forward to hearing feedback. And if we don't get it, we wonder why we're in hearing either the good, bad, or the bad news, whatever it is, because we need to know not how good we feel about things or how much money we get in appropriation, but how our graduates doing in the things for which they prepared.
Okay, thank you. Hank?
Community interaction. I guess I've told this story before, but when I was a young aspiring administrator, my boss, who was a very successful guy, said, well, so you want to go into college administration, Hank? First thing I'm going to do is sponsor you into Rotary. And I didn't exactly know why he was doing that, but I soon learned. And he said, you know, the reason college exists is for the community, when you think about it. They're the ones that sponsor your institution, and you're going to have them for a period, and they're going back into it. And that interaction is really important. And that was very helpful to me, because the college president does represent the institution and is the chief fundraiser for the institution. And it's, I think especially in a smaller area, smaller community like ours, where everybody pretty well knows everybody else. And folks want to know what their leaders are about. Are they real people? And can we bring problems to them? And do they have good ideas, and can they make them happen? And so that relationship with between the college leaders is very helpful. It's been my pleasure to work with the Chamber of Commerce and with the ADC and the Hospital Foundation and with Chronicle Leadership Lewis County. All of these kinds of things got me out of the campus and got me into the community. I picked up what was going on, what your thoughts and feelings were, and gave that feedback to our faculty and staff, and by the same token was able to tell you what's going on and make the connection. When somebody in business had a problem, you know, we train people that can do just what you need. And so that's what it gives you, that opportunity. You know, the old analogy, one hand washes the other. I think that's very apropos here, because the community and the college are right together. There's a lot of appreciation here for this college, for this community and such. And a prime example of that, actually, when I had retired, I didn't want to retire. Jenny said, you better set a date sometime. You can't stay there forever. And I said, okay, 202. And so that was 12 years ago, can you believe? So what are you going to do? Well, you know, these people from Africa wanted some help. And here's good old Centralia College in this community. And Jenny and I said, well, we went over there, checked out the program. You've heard the story before. These people have a 100-year dream, and they want a university. Well, I came back to Rotary and said, Rotary, what are we going to do about this? And so our 3 clubs, I have to say, led by Centralia Rotary, of course, but the 3 clubs had that auction, and that money was then doubled by the district and doubled again by Rotary International. Hot dog, we're talking money now. And so pretty soon, because of our college support, some surplus books, faculty members donated books that were maybe not used anymore, and yet they were still great over in Africa, I'll tell you that. And so some equipment that was surplus that would have gone to the dump, actually over in Africa we used some of those old computers that were pretty old, but they still worked and were able to teach people. So the point is, here again, the college and the community and Rotary all working together to make things happen. So I think that's been one of the secrets of success of this institution, is the tie between the college, the community, Rotary as an example, but it's other service clubs, churches, organizations that have made it happen. It's a great relationship.
Great. Jim?
Well, I have to thank Hank, because when I first came here, he took me around to all of the different places in the community, introduced me to everybody. And the foundation did a good job of doing the exact same thing. You know, got introduced to everybody. He didn't give me any choice. I had to join Centralia Rotary. That was the best thing I ever did. But what impressed me, the first thing I had to do when I came into the college that summer was fire everybody at the foundation. And that was sitting around the table with Arnie and Rose Bowman and other members of the foundation at that time, trying to decide what we were going to do. Because we really didn't have any money to pay any staff. We had nothing. And so we actually went out and talked to Ken Minert. What goes around comes around. Ken gave us some really good advice. They had a really good quid pro quo. Steve and I sat down and went through that thing and made it our own. But we really did create a document that allowed us then to function from that point on. But it was really the Rotarians sitting around that table, but also the community members on the foundation at that time that said, you know, things haven't gone so well, but we can make it better, and we can step up and we can make a difference. And it has, like you just said, we're up to $14 million from $3 million just in 12 years, so that's a pretty darn good thing. But the one story that impressed me more than anything else about this community was really when I went out to the EDC, and went to the chamber, and went to the Rotary clubs and said, we have an opportunity to create a bachelor's degree at Centralia College, but the legislature is not going to give us a dime. They're going to let us do it, but we've got to fund it all on our own. The first time I made that presentation at EDC, told everybody what we wanted to do, told them about the degree, said we had to fund it. At the end of that 2-hour meeting, I walked away with $8,000 in my pocket. I mean, the community just stepped up. And then we ended up with over $110,000, I think, after a very short period of time. And so we went back to the state board and said, we can do it. Our community's behind us. No matter what, we've got the support of our community. They want it as bad as we want it. And so the community stepped up, Rotary stepped up, everybody stepped up. And we had donations of as low as $5, $10, $100, $1,000, $2,000. Little bits of money that came in from all over because people realized that bachelor's degree, that bachelor's degree in management would really make a difference in this community. And it's been phenomenal. I mean, like I said, Larry's done a phenomenal job. And that to me said, this is what Centralia is all about. When we want something, we can do it ourselves and we don't have to depend on anybody else. And we've done that.
A student this year entered the college at 18-year-old. My first year as president would be almost 70 years old now. A student would be 68 years old.